Greetings, brethren, and welcome back to another episode of Chess on the ChessUp 2 board on chess.com. As we can see in front of us, we have our ChessUp 2 pieces. They light up on the board when we touch them, and you guys will see a whole lot more cool things that we can do with them once we start a game. We're going to use our little touchscreen over here. We're going to choose a 15 plus 10-minute time increment just to show you guys what this looks like and how cool it is. We also have it paired up to my chess.com account so you can see the moves being played on chess.com. So let's start a game here. Might take a bit to get somebody to find us. We'll see here. Not as many people play 15 plus 10, but you'll see it's a little bit easier to play on a physical board when you have some bonus time. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. Something you'll see when we touch these pieces in a game is that you'll be able to see how many squares they can go forward. So if I touch this, you'll see, there we go, we have a game starting. It can move 2 squares forward. Same thing with the knight. We can see the squares that it can go to. You can't see it for your opponent, but you'll see once we make a move what this is going to look like. So let's bring our knight forward here. You can see it shows on chess.com that it also moved forward, so that's pretty cool. We'll see what our opponent plays here. There we go. So it doesn't move on its own. We have to move the piece, but that's pretty cool. Okay, we will bring our pawn forward here. It has pretty quick latency, so it does quite well. And yeah, we'll see how long this game goes. Hopefully it doesn't go, for too long. I guess you'll see how long this game goes in the thumbnail, or the timeline, I suppose. But my opponent just seemed to be mirroring me so far. So we'll see what happens. See with our queen here, shows... Oh, not our turn, because it does their thing. But for when it's our turn, we can see, okay, our queen can move to all of these squares. Our knight can move to all of these squares. Doesn't show for them, but it does show for us. So that is pretty cool. Could move our king there. We don't really want to. Can move our rook there. Don't really want to. It also plays a cool checkmating animation when we get there. But for now, let's just bring our bishop out to this nice square. That was a good showcase. It shows on that line all the squares that it can move to. Very cool. Only shows on our turn, though, interestingly enough. Apparently, the ChessUp 2 board also works with Lichess, and you can play checkers on it as well, so maybe we'll make some episodes of those one day, but for now, this is what we have. Okay, he's going to attack the center right here. This is fine, in my opinion. Now we'll get into some actual chess in case you're interested. But make sure you stick around for the checkmating animation because it's pretty cool on the board. I guess it's a light flashing pattern, not an animation. But to each their own. So, brings his pawn forward. We don't really want to let anything happen particularly. We'll just put our pawn here. We give up a pawn space in the center. Something else that's really cool is that I can take my mouse, actually. Can you see my hand? No, you can't. I can draw arrows, so I can talk about games as I play them. So this is pretty cool. Okay, he's going to take down the center. We just get to put our pawn on the side over here. And do we want to take back with the knight? What do we want to take back with? We can take back this way, we can take back this way, and this way with the queen. With the queen, it activates a piece in a decently strong position as well. But probably good to just stay on the fundamentals and take with the pawn. We could take with the knight, too. That's something I would have got caught for in a real game of chess, because in a real game of chess, if you touch a piece, you have to move it. You know what? I like trying to keep this file open for my rook, so I think I will take with my knight here. There we are. And you guys can see on the side here, it shows the time, it shows the people that we're playing against. I just noticed my opponent's only 985, so we should be able to defeat them decently easily right here. Okay, this is fine. We can bring our queen forward somewhere to defend, to escape the pin, but our next mission is definitely going to be to get this bishop out somewhere so that we can castle. But we'll go... I don't really like getting pinned, but there's no way he can attack my knight twice. So we'll go here for now. All right. I played this in a game before, actually, and I definitely missed it. But it's not actually a huge deal because we can just go like here or something, and nothing really changes. In fact, this move threatens to win the bishop, so We'll go here for now. There we go. And he doesn't actually have any, like, he can double my pawns, but it doesn't super matter. Actually, no, he can't, because then he just loses a piece. So this is on the board for me, though. So this is something good. Okay, so he actually, well, let's see. Here, he can block with the knight, but then I can just take the knight. So he will move his pawn forward here, just trying to make sure that I didn't miss anything, because, hey, we have 13 minutes, so we might as well see. The queen goes here, gives a check to the king. He can block, but we take. Goes here, he can go here, and we take. So we will gladly give a check to the king, forced to move, or, you know, defend, and we will pick up this bishop. Very nice tactic. Opponent probably should have seen, but that's okay. And then, yeah, we're going to want a castle. Going to want to bring out our bishop somewhere. So he's thinking about it right now. I wouldn't be surprised if he just resigned, but I hope he doesn't, just for the showcase so you guys can see. But if he resigns, I think it shows the, the checkmate pattern. But you guys can see that there's a red square. Okay, he's going to block. There was a red square with the king, if you guys want to rewind and see that. He's going to go there. We are going to take... That's a lot of squares our queen can move to. But we'll go here. And take our piece. This isn't even a bad move because we can try to just trade off our inactive piece for his active piece and then enable ourselves to castle. Yeah, this one's always a scary one when they bring their pieces here, but it's not... I'm sure if we did a game review afterwards, there's a better move for them to play. But a little lazy on my part. I'm just trying to make good commentary. Can you blame me? Yeah, he can't castle now either, which is a really big deal for him. Like, he wants to castle, but he simply cannot. And he definitely does not want to castle onto this side. Like, put the king there. So, bishop eyes this. Completely dominant position. But yeah, next move probably is going to be here. It's either going to be there or here to try to put some more pressure on this knight. But yeah, this knight it doesn't really threaten anything. Here, doubles his pawns in the center. Have to be careful about, like, for instance, if he goes here, we have to be careful about this pawn push too. Don't want to hang both of our pieces. Okay, and then we have an abandon. So there we go. Pretty quick, actually. So, yeah. See, I don't know. Did it do the checkmate thing? I wasn't looking at the board. I hope it did. But if it did, that's very cool. And yeah, we have a little trophy on the side. It says, "You won. Thank you very much." And yeah, from here, I guess we can do a little game review. Might as well. Yeah, I don't have it set up right now. I'll set it up in the future so that we can do a... so that I can show you guys the stats on the side. But it says I got a 90% accuracy. My opponent got a 95. So they were, you know, a little bit better. Plus 1 point something there. You guys can see the evaluation on the side. That'll have to be good enough. Where are my arrow keys here? Here. Very cool. Some standard play so far. Goes in the center. Everything's perfectly equal. Doesn't want me to... It wanted me to take back with this. There were a lot of options in which we can take back, but it's still relatively equal, so I don't feel so bad about that. Yeah, didn't like the queen here. I've done this before, and this is exactly what happened, actually. This whole sequence in which they put their knight there, best move, and then we go here. And then, yeah, they just didn't castle. Because all they have to do is castle, even here. Because if we go to threaten some stuff, then the worst they're going to get is some doubled pawns on me. So they were like +1 for them, but now after this, we're +4. As you can see, the eval bar is very high there. And after this move, we have a resign. So a relatively short episode today. I hope that you guys liked the video. I got a better camera for this episode. So hopefully that all works out. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Godspeed, brethren.